everybody, welcome to the Comic Gaming Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about a really low-key story. Now, I'm making this video on Wednesday. It's Low-Key Day, you know, low-key story. This video is not going to be that long. 5 minutes, maybe 6 tops, because it's just a funny thing. So the other day, today I'm recording this June the 2nd on a Wednesday. Next 10 days from now, Loki will come out. You know I'll be reviewing that. There's a lot of shit coming out. I'm gonna see Quiet Place. Like, I'm either see that Friday or Saturday. So I'm gonna review Quiet Place. A couple other things have come out, but I gotta tell you, this bit of news came out yesterday, or not news, just like conversation. It was going on. Like, it was either yesterday, it was either Tuesday or Monday, but I believe it was yesterday. And so Kevin Feige, the great Kevin Feige, King Feige as I call him, was doing an interview, and he was talking about, and of course there are questions about the most recent shows, one in particular, WandaVision, and the question came up of, how'd you come up with the name WandaVision? Now, we kind of knew, because there's like the name WandaVision. I remember when WandaVision was announced, that there was a lot of jokes, like, they just took the two names and mashed them together. Wow. But, you know, the more savvier nerdy fans, the more savvier geeks out there, which a lot of those guys follow me, so thank you for your subscribers. Your subscription. We knew that it was like, it was multi-layered. It was like, you know, two different meanings to it. It was like, one was, it is Wanda and Vision show, and the other meaning is, it is literally Wanda's vision. It's quite literally her vision of Vision. And once you watch the show, spoiler alert, she recreated Vision. So it's her literal vision of him. It's her vision of the world, of what she wants the world to be. It's literally WandaVision. So the name ended up working. Like, once you watch the show, you're like, yeah, the name works. But it turns out, you know, Kevin Feige was also inspired by another source, because like, he was just saying, this is why I say people need to read articles. Like, you need to read everything. Like, it's so annoying when this happens. It happens all the time when people will take a section of a conversation, like an actor or someone will be sitting down. It's kind of like the Brie Larson thing. Like, yeah, like, I've said it many times before. She probably could have said this a little bit better, but people like cut out a part of the conversation to the part that can incite people and use that. You know, same way. You probably watch a lot of YouTubers, a lot of dumbass asshole YouTubers who will cut out little inserts of information and post and put it up, like little snippets of a conversation or something, and put it on their wall and be like, ah, you know, the same kind of asshole YouTubers who someone will literally joke about Marvel's racist, or say something like that. Like, a couple months ago, when Anthony Mackie was kind of just pointing out some of the stuff going on at Marvel, like, oh well, there could be more diversity in behind the scenes. People were like, Anthony Mackie's coming at Marvel. It's like, bro, why y'all gotta do shit like this? Same thing happened here. So Kevin Feige said that the influence for the WandaVision title, like the actual coming up with taking two names and putting them together, came from BlacKkKlansman. Because one, he thought the movie was great, but two, he was amazed of how much people were willing to, he didn't think basically they wanted to call it WandaVision, but they didn't know if they could call it that, because they were like, that's kind of, I don't know if that's going to work. You know, people might think it's kind of not that good of a title. But then he said he was amazed of how people accepted the BlacKkKlansman title, which is just, you know, taking Black and Klansman and just mashing it together. It's not called you know, the BlacKkKlansman. It's not called It's not called Black, you know, space Klansman. It's BlacKkKlansman, spelled completely together. And he thought that seeing how people were willing to accept those two words just being put together, and both of those words kind of say something about the entire movie itself. You know, you look at the title BlacKkKlansman, and when you watch the movie, you're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Same thing with WandaVision. He was like, that's a good idea. Take two words, put them together, you know, have them be two, like they work on two different levels, because, you know, it's Wanda's vision, and she literally, it's Wanda in the Vision show, and she literally recreated Vision. It's her vision of Vision. So, like, that was his inspiration. But like, so if you read the whole article, you know that. If you read the whole article, you read the whole quote, you know that. People didn't read the whole quote. And you had people say it wasn't that big of a deal because no one's talking about it today. Like, literally, it's gone. I thought a couple people might talk about it. I ain't seen nobody make a video about it. But I just thought it was so stupid that it happened in the first place. You got all these people like Kevin Feige. He was inspired by Black Klansmen when he made WandaVision. What kind of racist shit is this? Like, you had all of these people because they just heard inspired by Black Klansmen. But because I hate these sites that don't really put the context in. They just go, ah. Like, sites do shit like that. Always gets on my nerves. Like, sites will do shit like especially people when they're trying to like get somebody to click on their fucking post or whatnot. They won't say, like, they'll say some shit like, there'll be a dragon, and like they'll say some shit like there'll be a dragon in Shang-Chi, and then they'll post up pictures of Fing Fang Foom. Then you click on it, and it's like, that's not what it is. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, they do shit like that. Like, they'll just be like, they'll just grab a tidbit, like an actor, like they can ask an actor, how do you feel about this movie? And an actor will be like, and then they'll get a highlight and be like, the actor frustrated with the movie. And that's all you'll see. Like, the actor frustrated with the movie. Then you go read the article, he's like, oh man, I'm having such a good time. I'm a little frustrated with this and this, but other than that, I'm having a really good time. And it's like, why was the highlight of your fucking article, he's frustrated with this movie? When it's like, when you read it, it's like, it wasn't even that bad. Same thing with this. Articles, a lot of people ran with Kevin Feige was inspired by Black Klansmen to make WandaVision. They're like, what are you talking about? He was inspired by the title of Black Klansmen. Where'd you get this whole other thing from? And then you got all these people like who just read that and they're like, how dare he? And I was just like, man, you motherfuckers don't read shit. That's the problem with Twitter. We've all known that it's a quick reaction station. And I just remember being like, huh? Because I remember seeing that article, clicking on it and being like, oh, basically he was just like, oh, I didn't think people would accept two words being mashed together and just forming a name. I thought that would be a bit cheesy now, but okay, they did it. We could do it. That was it. It was the title. Anyways, like I said, this is going to be a shorter video. I actually went over the time I said I was going to do just because I kind of got into it. But I just think this is a bit of a silly thing out there. It's not that big of a deal. But you know what? I didn't see anybody really talking about it, and I just wanted to put that out there. Yes, people were outraged because they can't fucking read, because they thought that Kevin Feige was like saying some racist shit or saying some real shit. It's like, no, he just said he was inspired by the title. They didn't read it. But like I said, I don't quite blame them though, because some of these fucking sites just like, they take tidbits. And I think this is like, that's another reason why I wanted to make this video. It's just like, just to talk about that. How some of those sites, some of these YouTubers and whatnot, they take a tidbit out of a conversation and they make that the highlight of the conversation. It's like a couple of days ago when Kevin Feige was talking about why he didn't put Doctor Strange in there. He had two reasons. He had two big reasons. It was like boom, 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 boom. And he said something about a white dude, and that's the one you highlighted. I was like, well, we're not gonna talk about the first two. We're just gonna focus on that last bit because you want to be offended. Like I say, people are annoying. But anyways, I rambled on enough. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Great Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. People, remember, whenever you see something, a word, see something that seems a little much, read the article. Actually, read it. Don't just go off the quotes. Read it. Because most likely, once you read it, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Great Movie Show again. Have a good day.